Yes, the crazy two, the dynamic duo, the babies.
Who are you calling crazy?
The two of us.
Like, Moe, I've said this so many times. Can you just speak for yourself? Hi, guys. It's Nicole here.
And what? She's not crazy?
I'm not as crazy as you, but
well, I think they've established that already. Either way, I was doing an introduction.
Alright, sorry.
So yes, today what are we talking about? We are talking about stereotypes. Yes, she just stereotyped me. Yeah, she did.
You stereotyped yourself.
And that's also something that a lot of us equally do. We stereotype each other, and we are also equally victims of stereotyping. So what is stereotyping, Nicole?
I mean, it's where you judge a group of people based off characteristics that you just think they should have. For example, what's a common black one? All black people love chicken and Kool-Aid. Like, I'm a black person. I love chicken and Kool-Aid. But that doesn't mean my fellow black man
I don't really like Kool-Aid, but I do
don't
love
like Kool-Aid?
chicken.
Oh, I like
don't really
Kool-Aid.
care for Kool-Aid.
I mean, I like the red one. The red one's nice though. But what are some other like common stereotypes?
Asian people are smart. I did know a very stupid Asian that couldn't do maths, actually. Yeah. Don't want to say her name. Actually, I can't say her name because I'm sure she probably won't end up watching this because there's so many of them out there.
Oh my
God,
that's another stereotype that there's so... No way, gosh.
What other stereotypes have you heard?
Mostly when you are a black person that happens to speak very well, they're like, oh my God, you speak so well for a black person. So what in your right mind made you think that black people can't speak well? I know a lot of white people that, you know, all these rural Americans, the whole
those ones that will say,
hillbillies.
oh, she doesn't even speak American. I'm like, no, it's not American, it's English.
I mean, think about
But then even
it.
moving on to even gender, there's some things. Oh, men are the stronger sex.
Or cultural stereotyping. There's so many things, even language barriers. If I know so many people who look down at me just because I don't happen to speak my language. Like, I look down on myself.
I look down on myself. I don't need you to look down on me. I can't speak any of my
Exactly.
languages. I can only speak Pidgin English and English.
And the ones that I hate the most is when, like, oh my God, I have some family members that know I can't speak the language, but the second they see me, they'll just say something in the language, and I'll just be looking at them like, but you know, I have no clue what you're saying. No, but you know though, so why do you put me through this same process of having to be like, yes, auntie.
Gosh.
I don't know what you're talking about.
But it is really, really sad sometimes, especially from a woman's perspective, when you are stereotyped, especially when it comes to do with how you are. Clearly, you are financially independent. You are maybe single. Like not married, most likely you are a woman that's very in touch or in tune with her sexuality and who she is necessarily as a person, or let's say comfortable in her sexy more of. People often would say that woman is just a booty call. She couldn't possibly be educated. She couldn't possibly be actually just making money legit. She must be a rose girl, And I saw something with Sweetie and this whole breakup with Quavo. And I saw something recently where someone literally was saying, oh yeah, that's exactly why she was cheated on, because at the end of the day she doesn't really have anything to offer. She's not classy arm candy. And I love me Chrissy Teigen. She went in on that guy just to remind him that, you know what, first of all, she never will go out on a dinner date with you, but even if she was to, by the way, she has a degree. And even I necessarily didn't even know that Sweetie had a degree, but it just goes to show that, once you are a woman who's, as I said, comfortable in her sexy, flaunts her figure, that type of stuff, and probably even talks about sex a bit, and is not, afraid to really just be herself, you're automatically put in that box that no, an education, and that can't go hand in hand.
Yeah, and many people look at people like Cardi B. Before she started, many people were like, oh, Cardi B is just some stripper who, she says she likes to do music, but like she's probably just like, sucking some dick on the side, to push her music. But Cardi B is a dedicated, business savvy woman that she was like, no,
Cardi B, by the way.
Okay. You just had to throw that in there. Congratulations, goddess, you've met Cardi B. We will meet Cardi B one day too. But back to my point. Cardi B is about this money and this hustle. And yeah, the fact that she was able to rise from that stereotype of just a stripper who isn't going anywhere, she's just probably like fucking men just to like get by. Look at Cardi B now. Look at her house. Look at her money. Look at her cars. She can't even drive. How many cars?
I know. Isn't that so crazy?
It's like you was thinking about me.
I know, right? And another sort of stereotype that, you know, I personally feel really does affect us out here is age. I feel like Nigeria is just the one place that I realize that your age is really a big deal. Abroad, it really isn't. You can literally see, let's say, a 21-year-old that is actually your boss, and there's nothing you can do about it. You will get to work and you will call that 21-year-old sir, but most likely that 21-year-old, you know, wants to actually, you know, act his age, be young, and will probably not actually like you calling him or her or him sir. You know,
call me
but
Frank.
you know, you can just call you, yeah, just call me Mike, you know. And it's so crazy how Nigerians automatically think because you're a certain age, know that there's no way you can sort of, you know, compete with them or like they just don't understand why they should be working for you if you are younger than them, you know, and you possibly couldn't be making this money legit, you know. It's crazy. It's so crazy. And it's interesting when you actually find out the true source of someone's income and then you link it to their age and you find out that they are actually doing things right, so you start to feel bad.
And that's even something we kind of touched on, the parenting and generational gap, that a lot of older people still don't believe that you can actually make money online legit now, like influencing, so like social media, like YouTube. This YouTube game, I'm trying to make some coins on YouTube. I don't know about you.
Maybe we're gonna be doing good with this YouTube game.
But we've talked about stereotypes like generally, but what are some like common stereotypes here in Nigeria?
I can tell you one that has to do with me.
Okay.
I feel like, especially with women, it's automatic. You are financially independent, you're driving a nice car, you're doing good, you know, automatically. If anything happens, anybody, they hit your car, Ashawo! I'm just like, wait, hey! I didn't know I joined Ashewo association. I didn't know that I'm standing outside somewhere every night. Like, last I checked, I have a normal job. I well, not necessarily normal in the sense of 9 to 5. But, you know, but, you know, I actually am making a legit living. And it's so upsetting that, you know, I don't want to say, well, yes, it comes from men, in all honesty. When I am, in a sense, stereotyped, it does come from men. And sometimes, unfortunately, also from women. Especially when we're talking down the marriage line, you know, there's some women who would literally say, "I can't be your friend because you're single. My husband won't like it. Married women should not have single friends," you know. And it's interesting how Nigerians just put you in a box.
You do have a lot of men thinking that way, and something that actually scared me, because like a personal experience like happened to me where it was clearly the man's fault. But even other men wouldn't come to my aid because I was a woman, and they already like put me in the box. Like I was at tollgate once before the whole NSARS and like when tollgate was still a thing, you remember? And this clearly Uber guy was trying to like get in front of me. I was like clearly in the lane, and he hit me. Obviously his mirror fell off because like my car's a good car. Nothing happened to my car. Let me not even lie.
With big machines.
Wow, okay, big machines. But yeah, so this guy came out of his calm way, and at first he was like acting like, oh, I'm so sorry, because he didn't realize that it was only 3 females in the car. But I tell you what, the second he came around
and he
realized this guy just switched. Before I knew it, he had ripped out my car mirror. I saw red, seatbelt off. I was out of the car. I was literally, I was going a little crazy. I'm pretty sure I ended up on somebody's Snapchat or something.
So the crazy Nicole came out
She came out. And the funniest thing was there was like a security or police. You know, there sometimes used to be police at the toll gates. This guy just sauntered over, what's going on? I'm like, oh God, this guy has just ripped out my mirror. Can you please collect it? He was wasting time. The second I said, can you please do your job? Are you mad? You are telling me to do my job.
How dare a woman tell him to do his job?
A woman tell him to do his job? It went from this guy has ripped out my mirror and has physically assaulted me to I have now insulted him by telling him to actually do his job. And there were people all around. This was Tollgate. Like, there were cars everywhere. People were saying, oh, don't touch her, don't touch her. But guys were just watching this happen.
Sitting in there.
And sitting in the car, nobody did anything. Because when I told my mom the story eventually, she was like, of course they're not going to help you. They're a young girl driving a pretty nice car. In their mind, some man has bought you that car. Why are they going to help me? Why are they going to help
Call
me?
the man to come and help you.
Call the man to come and help me.
Crazy. You mentioned NSARS, and that just also reminded me about, you know, profiling in general. That was something that really, really sort of takes place or took place for quite, I'm sure it's still taking place, but definitely affected young people, especially young boys. When you see tattoos, you see piercings, you've colored your hair.
Happen to have more than one cell phone?
Oh yes, you have a laptop.
Whoa.
Wow.
Freeze, laptop.
No, you have certain things, and they automatically, as I'm sure we've already even touched on in a way, they think you're a Yahoo boy, and this literally became a huge thing that literally blew all over Nigeria. And the main thing was that it was coming from the police force. So it's quite interesting how abroad you have police profiling black people or Arabs, saying that they're terrorists. It's quite interesting. So I feel like talking about police, that's a completely different topic, and even how they equally also can stereotype. So yeah, it's interesting. It's so crazy to me. I don't understand how you can judge. Of course, definitely some tea, definitely. I don't understand how you can judge someone based on what they look like. I feel like that is literally not even 2000, 1980 something maybe. Like, hello, I feel like so many people have proven to us that you can't judge a book by its cover, you know? So many people have come out to show us that, you know, that they are more than just face value, you know? And it's so crazy that out here, that is still what we are on about. And after we have, you know, our little tea session, when we do return, we'll be pretty much talking more in detail about how we ourselves stereotype ourselves. Yeah, like she just stereotyped me, saying that, yeah, I'm crazy.
You said that about yourself. Can you stop pointing the finger at me, okay? Wait, you know you're a hypocrite, child.
Everybody is a motherfucking hypocrite.
No, but
I'm
it's true.
longing to say that.
We're all hypocrites because as much as we say like, oh, we don't want to be stereotyped, we stereotype each other on the low.
Young people do that a lot. And I even feel like our new forms of stereotypes, like the new sort of stereotypes, latest phone, latest car, hottest babe, hottest guy, all that type of stuff.
Bone straight hair.
It is all what? By young people. It's not, these are not even stereotypes from, you know, the older generation. And in all honesty, I stereotype sometimes. I'm guilty
without
of it.
even knowing
without
it,
even
you
knowing.
know?
Literally, someone will tell me, or not. Let me not say all the time, but fairly some time back, when I had a problem with a specific type of
Spill the tea.
Nigerian man.
Oh. Whoa.
Yes.
Enough tea.
From a particular tribe. I was like, no, I don't want anything to do with anybody that's from that tribe because I hear that they're demons.
Which tribe?
Yoruba demons. Yeah.
I mean, we've all heard about it.
Yeah,
Come
we've
on.
all heard about it.
But they're not the only demons, though.
And that is the honest
Demons.
truth. To be honest, the guy who broke my heart in like secondary school, he was Igbo.
Secondary school all the way, my way.
I'm just trying to
Are you
tell
still heartbroken?
Well, my first heartbreak, that's what I mean, literally.
Okay.
But it is a problem, so it seems, most especially on social media, that a lot of people are definitely faking it, you know, till you make it. And my question is it actually a problem when, if you actually sometimes are honest with people about your status or about who you know what I mean, maybe they will automatically prejudge you and stereotype you, you know? A good example I heard I used to work with a particular stylist, and she said that she wanted to sell some things that she was selling, maybe like I think there were some Barretts or so, and she went to sell it to a very big person in this industry. Oh, it wasn't even a gift. They didn't even want to sell it. Can you imagine? They wanted to even dash the person something. And when they just got to the gate, because they took bike, Okada, they just said, "Who is this?" And I don't even know if it was maybe the gate man that ended up wearing that stuff. It's really unfortunate.
And all these Instagram vendors and everybody, you know, the ones that don't even tell you their prices straight up on their page. I hate those ones because by the time you now like inquire in their DMs and everything straight, they're going to your page. They'll just be looking through like, okay,
is that a blue tick?
Let me fluctuate my prices, or how many followers? Like, what do they do? Like, do they have money? I can probably make a little more money off this person.
So I'll just hike the price up a little. Exactly. Or maybe I just won't respond. You'll actually just see seen or read. I think it's red. Yes, red. And
it's
no
seen.
response.
I think it's seen.
Seen?
Yeah.
Either way. Yeah, so stupid. I hate you. But you get the point. You either see seen, read, watched, viewed, and you realize they did not respond to your question as to how much. It's very painful.
But sometimes, can you think that people treat you based on how you present yourself? So that's the whole faking it till you make it. Like, do you think it's okay for people to necessarily do it? Because, okay, look at people who end up on Instablog or all these places, like after they have they've bought 200k worth of hair and they now can't pay for it, and then the vendors now end up like knocking on your door, and they're like, they have like phones and everything in your face, like
calling you out on social
calling
media
you
for owning
out
them and whatnot. Or the ones that even steal both straight hair.
I've seen
that was
some
the
of
latest
those.
one. Or they'll steal phone. iPhone 12.
But let me tell you a story. My mom and I, oh my God, bless my mom soul.
You did that, huh?
We have been very guilty of stereotyping someone. So we were in New York once and we were in TGI Fridays. Oh my God. So there was this lady by herself. She was eating her meal, just enjoying herself. Next thing, she started complaining to the waiter that there's something wrong with the food, blah, 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 blah. They should take it back. They should like bring her something new. All of a sudden, when they took the food back to go like get something new, she had eaten most of it, then complained at the end. Then next thing, she got up and went out for a cigarette or something. My mom and I were like, this is what she does. She probably goes to restaurants and she'll eat the food, then she'll complain and go for a cigarette and just disappear. We completely just said, she's not coming back, we bet. 5 minutes later, this lady came back in from her cigarette break, paid for her food, and then left, and we were just like, whoops. So we felt so guilty after that. I was just like, that's like, even without realizing it, we were just stereotyping this woman based on an incident we happened to see for like 5 seconds.
Yeah.
So I'm guilty of it. I'm gonna put my hands up.
Me, I really don't like being stereotyped, especially when it comes to like, I feel financially, in a sense. I feel that I have experienced being stereotyped, especially by people that I work with sometimes. People that see me moving around, they think that because I'm called goddess, that I'm CBN. But I'm looking for money. I'm the executive producer of the show. I'm looking for money. Like, I'm actually like finding money here, you know? It's painful. Now, Nicole, definitely stereotyping would cause a high rise in suicide rates, I feel. Especially when you are a part of a society that is definitely a third world like ours. And that's why it's no surprise to me that Nigeria has the highest rate of suicide in Africa.
Yeah.
And is the sixth in the whole wide world. That is frightening.
Look, so you have some people who the recognition and the approval of their peers, their family, everyone, it means the world to them. So sometimes people end up like maxing out all their credit cards, spending their financial savings, all just to wear the latest things. They'll probably
impress.
Some people even steal from their friends, you know, steal from their loved ones just so they can like, oh, rock the designer shoes and everything. And then when it gets too much and you feel like the whole world is closing in on you, every time your phone rings, it's somebody asking you, yo, where's my stuff? Where's my money? Where's everything? Your mental state just gets completely messed up, and then before you know it, you start having all these crazy thoughts, suicidal thoughts. And I saw something online that said that there's a suicide that takes place every 40 seconds.
That is frightening.
It's frightening as hell.
What are the malaria things? So what? Malaria and suicide now is a thing. It's crazy because I heard the malaria figures are that ridiculous as well. So that's quite frightening. I'm scared. Stereotyping. Stop it. It's not good. It's not good at all. And even when we're even talking about just occupations, I'm sure you've gotten it too, where people feel, so what is it that you say you do again? Oh, OAP.
What's that?
What, please? Okay, VJ. What does that say? Oh, I'm on TV and I'm on radio and I do. Oh, okay. Well, what's the work that you're doing? Is it not just to talk?
Exactly.
But you know the crazy thing, the same people that have that view, come and do it. What did Burna Boy say again? Do have it for easy. That's it.
Honestly, you never know how you're touching somebody's life. Maybe your voice on radio that one particular Friday maybe talked somebody off of the ledge.
Thank
you know? So just because I'm not in the operating room and I don't have a scalpel to cut open your chest,
Or I'm not a lawyer, or I'm not a
I didn't get you out of prison, doesn't mean that I'm not touching lives in the way that I know how to. I know how to put a smile on your face. So if you're smiling right now, I'm touching
I know
your
how
life.
to entertain you. And for that, I'm going to get up and I'm going to twerk.
You're the worst! Oh my God, wait.
Yeah. Isn't that entertaining?
I was surely entertained. Entertain me some more.
Well, with all that craziness, I feel like it's time for us to get even crazier.
Who's the betterer, baby?
That's the time, girl.
And clearly, guys,
It is not her.
Clearly.
It is.
I've been winning this whole time, and yeah, let's just see who wins again.
See, let me say something. That's what happened to David and Goliath. But what happened? He still beats the giants, and I will beat you.
Small but mighty, right?
Yes, that's me. Hug me. What's wrong with you?
Cameras are rolling now. You want to hug me?
This girl has
get to it.
emotional problems.
Wait, I tried to help you, and you're
Like,
looking at me
who
like
hurt you?
you did.
So let's have some tea, y'all.
Where's the teapot?
Yeah. Now we've got to tell. God, we gotta tell them.
What the specialty? Ooh, one of the specialties is.
Yes, special ingredients
Yeah.
for our special tea. It's Johnny.
Found Johnny.
Johnny. You know what? You can actually just tell your melody that we found him finally.
Oh my God.
Looking for Johnny. He's right on Spill the Tea.
You're
Yeah,
starting to
baby.
sound like one of those mums and her dead pun jokes. Oh, I found Johnny. Tell Yemi Alade I found Johnny. Okay, mum.
I hate you.
Tell Yemi.
You know what? Stop.
That's a lot of tea, mate.
That's why
That's a lot of
you
tea.
have a lot. In fact, I'm filling it to the brim. You will get drunk tonight.
It's a good thing I like Johnny.
You're
so it's
annoying.
fine.
Yes, of course you do. Your melody will come back
Chug,
to you.
chug, I dare you. No way, down it in one.
Why? That's
Why-
not the game
why-
that we're playing.
Okay.
Please, we've been talking about stereotypes. So what are we gonna play?
We're gonna play a guessing game of Judge the Occupations. And we have a special twist, including,
Very yummy wings, thanks to Wingsville.
you know, this is actually like my dream come true. If you know me personally, like I can live off chicken wings for like
I know, you love
ever.
chicken wings.
I
So
love
do I
chicken
actually.
wings.
But interestingly enough, I'm looking at these wings, and is it me or they look very much the same?
So apparently there are different spice levels and they look similar, so we can't tell. So after every judging round or guessing round, we're gonna try a wing and let's see who's dead by the end of the game.
Let's play the game of guessing the occupation.
Mm-hmm.
That's David Dona.
That's a rapper, that's a musical.
Musical artist.
You said musical artist so many times. I'm saying musical artist. That's a rapper.
That looks like Quavo. That looks like
It looks
a
like
member of the Cheetah Girls, Quavo.
the guy that said, I got 2 bitches in the club. Who's that guy?
Either way, the main thing is that he's an artist.
Yeah.
Musical.
What does he do?
He's a music director. This is TG Omori.
See? Music. Okay.
But then, so it still looks like he's linked to
Honestly,
music now.
this is this
yeah.
one.
Oh.
No, I'm taking that one.
Why? But I want the same one so that we can now actually.
But it's bigger.
Okay, I'll take the smaller one.
No. Okay,
I'll
wait.
take the smaller one. Let's take the same one.
I kind of feel like this is like the hottest one.
It's not hot cocoa.
Man.
How hot is it? This
This is our Instagrammers. This is an
is that's like a
investment
stylist.
banker.
Stylist.
That's very weird. Investment banker.
I don't want to finish it whole wing.
Oh.
It's hot. I don't think this is that hot, but
Not like hot, but
it's like I would say this is the middle one.
the heat kind of like gets to you.
I'll say it's like a 6.
By the time you stop eating,
Yeah.
it settles.
So that basically means that you may see someone, they may give you a bad first impression, but by the time you guys get to know each other better, that's when it settles. Let's go for this one, yeah. Okay, so I'll take one.
Oh, I thought you'd take the big one, and I was gonna leave it for you.
This is really sweet, and this is not spicy at all.
I kind of like
So-
the other one. The other one had more heat. Yeah.
Goes to show, even though it literally looks like the other one, what's inside is what matters.
Definitely.
Never judge a wing by its outer appearance.
Never judge. Okay, who's this?
I have no
She
idea.
looks very sport. Is this she? Looks very sporty. I would just say someone like, I don't know, sporting dream, an athlete.
That's one girl that's just chilling on social media. I don't know. She looks like somebody that just went to sleep over in a boy's house. And
Walk of shame.
yes, walk of shame. That's her. That's it.
Wow.
That photo. Ask this girl when you tell me, when you find out who she is. Ask her where she was coming from.
Well, she's an ex-beauty queen and politician from Jamaica. Lisa.
I know her. I don't want to try to be president.
How do you feel?
Well, how do you know that she didn't try to get some dick from before she came here?
How do you feel? A politician and a beauty queen, you just
Why won't she get some dick?
and then she will be stupid enough to now be living walking of shame.
I don't understand. How many times have you taken a picture after you left one man's house? Are you okay? I beg.
Okay.
Anyone else? One more. Tastes so good. Oh my god. Oh, can I just share a story about Wingsville, guys? The owner of Wingsville is actually the guy that named me Moe, like nicknamed me Moe.
Oh yeah.
So yeah, shout out to you. Shout out to you, Tank. We love you.
We love you too, Tante.
Apparently we love some guy called Tank.
He's
Shout
like
out
some
to you.
guy.
Is it really MVP?
Real MVP.
Need a real MVP, Tank. Stay real. Never change. Kim K.
We know now.
This is
Got that
Kim.
plan.
This is not Kim. This is Kim and on all her
No, this
Kim
is somebody
admirers.
trying to be Kim.
And all her admirers.
Social media influencer now.
WWKD. What would Kim do? This is the definition.
Somebody trying to be Kim. And
Trying
that's
to
literally 95% of women on social media.
I bet it's like Courtney or someone.
No, it's not Courtney. Courtney's body somebody else.
Yeah, true.
I don't know exactly who it is, but it's definitely a girl that is on social media and making her money.
Still OG.
Kim K. Hold you.
Oh,
Yeah.
now. Everybody
Yeah.
knows the picture now. The social media influencer, lifestyle person, all those things.
Cheers.
So then the final one now.
So you guys
This-
got just one right.
Wing cheers. Woo, we both failed.
So let's see this one. Is it spicy?
Nah. That first one was definitely the spiciest.
First spiciest. I know this is like the least spiciest. But that other one was sweet. So this one was sweet. This is just I'll say more like a
Not like that, the naked feel. They're like, you know,
naked feel.
kind of
That's
barbecue
a
is
spicy
still.
one.
Wing experts.
Yes.
Giving me, it's giving me naked.
I'll rate this as a spice
Yeah, yeah.
2. That's a 5. And
Okay,
that's super spicy.
that's enough with your wing rating. As Moe finishes off her making love to her wing. Thank you so much for joining us in today's episode, guys. We have so much more in store. So come on back on Spill the Tea with your babies.
I
Bye.
would speak, but I've got food in my mouth. But yeah,
And that's rude.
as they say, never judge a wing by its feathers. Nicole, you're sick of my shit.
Don't talk to me. I'm just gonna stick to my journey.